This is currently the front page of Polymarket. Will the Iranian regime fall by June 30th? The site has this at a 41% chance as I record this at noon Eastern on Monday. More than $5 million has already been spent gambling on this question on Polymarket, and over on Kalshi, $54 million was spent on Ali Khamenei out as supreme leader, a bet whose results somehow ended up ambiguous even after his assassination. If you think this is fucked up, let's hear it directly from Kalshi's Tarek Mansour, who's the founder, who repeatedly twisted himself into pretzels, attempting to explain how the absurd, grotesque exercise of allowing people to bet on politics, geopolitics, and world events is not supposed to allow people to bet on death. Here's the tweet. We don't list markets directly tied to death. When there are markets where potential outcomes involve death, we design the rules to prevent people from profiting from death. As a reminder, we're discussing the ins and outs of which random gamblers get paid out during an illegal war in which hundreds of school children have already been bombed to death. This feels like the type of grotesque sideshow that is only possible because the US government is only interested in regulating its perceived political enemies, and which only feels possible because so much of the American economy feels held together by cope and the gobs of money being thrown into AI, data centers, and gambling. All of this is part of this perverse Silicon Valley AI, crypto, and X-adjacent hustle bro gambling economy, which was first legalized by companies like DraftKings and FanDuel, who spent eye-watering sums lobbying states to allow their gambling apps. And it's really been legitimized by sports leagues who wanted to print money and media companies who are desperate for the advertising dollars that these platforms give them. Polymarket and Kalshi took the DraftKings and FanDuel model and let people bet on basically anything. So now you can bet on which countries Iran will launch missiles against on the same app that you bet on the Nuggets Jazz game or the winner of the Best Picture Oscar. Polymarket and Kalshi have decided to go with the line that letting people bet on war, politics, and the general nature of reality will not distort that reality through the insider trading that we've already repeatedly seen, but it'll somehow improve public trust in the reporting of news. Polymarket has added a note to all Iran-focused bets that says, quote, "The promise of prediction markets is to harness the wisdom of the crowd to create accurate, unbiased forecasts for the most important events in society." The obvious farce of all of this is that Kalshi's line that, quote, "We design the rules to prevent people from profiting from death," is obviously untrue on its face. It's just that the company would rather let you bet on the deaths and suffering of civilians rather than dictators and presidents. There's no chance that any of this ends well. Want to bet?